I came to Ganymede Station to forget. 1 drink. Maybe 3. Alone. In silence. That was the plan. After the last deployment, after what we saw on the Arcadia front, I didn't want conversation or celebration. Just oblivion. The bar was called the Spiral Nebula. Neon lights flickered lazily above the entrance, advertising a dozen alien brews and a no-weapons policy everyone ignored. The place was tucked between a black market mod shop and a zero-G tattoo parlor, both good signs. I pushed the door open and stepped inside. It was dim, warm, humid, like most watering holes in this quadrant. Creatures of all shapes and biologies huddled in corners or sipped from smoking glasses. I ignored them, heading straight to the bar. 1 Corellian burn, no synth foam, I told the bartender, a cybernetically enhanced trilobite-looking guy with one eye on a stalk. He nodded without a word and slid the drink over with practiced indifference. I lifted the glass. That first sip. Sharp, bitter, perfect. I felt my shoulders begin to relax for the first time in months. And then she sat down beside me. Gleaming black skin like polished obsidian. Armor that shimmered with faint symbols. White hair cascading like comet tails. Zalari. A warrior caste if I had to guess. They rarely left their clusters, and even more rarely interacted with humans. She didn't speak for a moment. Just looked at me with those silver-pupilled eyes. You have the scent. I turned slightly. Excuse me. She leaned in. Close. Way too close. The scent of bond recognition. You are mine. And blinked. What now? We are fated. I knew when I entered the room. The resonance of my third heart confirmed it. I stared at her. Lady, I just came here for a drink. She tilted her head, confused. Is this not how your kind initiates bonding rituals? Alcohol is a social lubricant, yes. I laughed, short, stunned. Sure, but not for soulmates. More for awkward dates or bad decisions. She narrowed her eyes. You deny the call of the stars. Of fate. I swirled my drink. I deny a lot of things. Right now, mostly people who interrupt me when I'm trying to drink in peace. The bartender raised an eyebrow stalk but said nothing. But she didn't leave. She ordered a drink herself, something viscous and green, and kept looking at me like I was a mystery she intended to solve. Your name? She asked eventually. Jace. You. I am Kurultai, 4th Spear of Clan Veshel. But you may call me Carol. Right. Carol. I gestured with my glass. So this fated mates thing. Explain it. Her expression softened. Among the Zalari, fated mates are extremely rare. It is a biological signal, a resonance triggered by proximity. When two are aligned in spirit, purpose, and genetics, the bond activates. My people live for centuries. Most never find theirs. Scoff. Lucky me. Carol took a sip of her drink, winced, then smiled. You are sarcastic. I like that. I'm also tired, emotionally damaged, and completely uninterested in alien relationships. You will change your mind. That caught me off guard. Why's that? Because I will show you. Over the next few days she followed me. Not in a creepy stalker way. More like a quiet, unshakable shadow. She was always a step behind, watching. Learning. She helped an old Martian veteran pick up spilled groceries. She intervened when a drunken Varaxi tried to grope a human waitress. She even offered to spar with a group of station security trainees, teaching them Zalari combat stances. People started liking her. So did I. I didn't want to. I resisted, pushed back. But I watched how she carried herself, with strength and purpose. She didn't try to seduce me. She just existed. One night she saved my life. We were both in the bazaar walking side by side, not talking, just comfortable silence. Then someone screamed. A rogue synth drone burst from an alleyway, modified with plasma cutters and frenzy protocols. It lunged at a group of civilians. I reached for my sidearm, too slow. Carol moved like lightning, a blur of obsidian armor and white hair. She launched herself at the drone, kicked off a wall, and sliced through its core with a shimmering blade that sang when it struck metal. She landed softly, the drone's pieces clattering behind her. I stared. So did everyone else. And for the first time, felt it. Not a pull, not a bond, but an undeniable spark. Later, I invited her to my quarters. We sat on the floor, eating rations and talking. "Why me?" asked finally. She looked at me with a strange expression, something between amusement and awe. "When I saw you, I felt peace. Not excitement, not desire. It's like I'd found something I didn't know I was missing." I didn't know what to say. So she leaned forward and placed a hand over my chest. "Your people don't believe in fate. We do. But belief isn't required for truth." My heart thudded under her palm. Then the station was attacked. A pirate fleet, 6 ships strong, dropped out of slipspace and opened fire. The spiral nebula exploded. Entire decks vented into space. Carol and I ended up defending a group of trapped civilians in the lower habitat ring. She fought like a goddess of war. I'd seen elite soldiers, alien champions, but Carol was something else. I held the line beside her. I took a graze to the shoulder. She took a hit protecting a child. We survived. Barely. After the fighting ended, we were taken to medbay. As I drifted in and out of consciousness, I felt her fingers brush mine. "You see now," she whispered, "why the bond found us." I squeezed her hand. Just once. Weeks passed. The station rebuilt. Life went on. I found myself seeking her out more and more, not out of obligation but out of want. One day, I walked into the training ring where she was instructing 2 young security officers. She stopped mid-sentence and turned. I held up a drink. Figured it was time for round 2. She smiled, a rare, brilliant thing. This time I let her sit beside me. No protest, no sarcasm, just quiet understanding. "So yeah, I came here for a drink. Just a drink. Instead I got a war, a life saved, a bond formed, and a future I never asked for. And I think I'm okay with that. Because sometimes the universe hands you exactly what you need, whether you believe in fate or not. And if that thing just happens to be a 7-foot-tall obsidian alien warrior who thinks you're her soulmate, well, I've had worse dates.